Presented by V-Chains, Be Better, earn rewards for sustainable choices. And if you only knew from our vantage point how big those athletes looked right now on this tail of the tape. Zellhuber 25, Ribovics 28. Few inches the gap in height, no issues on the scale for any athlete competing tonight. 8 inches in reach for Mexico City's Daniel Zellhuber. All right, now for the introductions, back inside to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a striker holding a professional record, 13 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Cordoba, Argentina, Esteban El Gringo Ribovics! And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 15 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Mexico City, Mexico, Daniel Golden Boy And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Jason Herzog.
The fleet of foot Jason Herzog with his final assignment of the night.
John, I've seen him run before. You run light.
That's right.
He barely touched the treadmill.
That's right. I believe that is Hannah underneath that incredible paint job. Valeria and Hannah handling this fight for us inside Sphere.
Listo. Listo. Fight!
Oh, you gotta love Herzog dropping a little Spanish to begin the fight. Esteban Ribovics in green, Daniel Zellhuber in red. Ribovics fights like a bat out of hell.
He just gets right down to it.
He gets right after it, man, and that's what makes him so fun.
Zellhuber is so good at managing distance, though. And that tall, long frame will come in handy against the onslaught that is Esteban Ribovics.
Good defensive responsibility by Zellhuber early. We'll see the extent to which he leans on his wrestling base tonight.
The way Ribovics attacks you, if I'm Zellhuber, I'm grabbing him at least to hold him a little bit. Right. Because right now, he's so dangerous early. You got to get past that first 5-6 minutes with a guy that punches like this.
Second straight fight against an Argentinian fighter for Zellhuber after turning back Francisco Prado in a fight of the night back in February.
2 strong low kicks.
Yeah. The Clash Royale medal fight. Middleweight fight is here. You Team Mega Knight or Team Pekka, download Clash Royale and enter the arena now. Ribovics, an outstanding athlete. Fights at a pretty good pace, but there's no denying his ability to start quickly with his power.
He's got to get past that distance of Zellhuber, though. Zellhuber's doing a real good job of keeping him on the outside. Nice low kick again by Ribovics.
Yeah, Esteban's switching stances in the middle of his punches. And when he switches, he's landing those kicks.
Zellhuber's had a couple of good right hands to the body.
It feels like if this fight looks pretty, Zellhuber's going to be winning. It needs to look a little bit hectic for Ribovics to find his success.
Ribovics is also one of those guys that still kicks to the thigh.
Yep, I was going to say that. I don't know why anyone would do that anymore. Because it takes far too many kicks to really break your opponent down.
But it's still effective.
Compared to the low leg.
Yes.
Yeah, Joe was much nicer about that than you.
Yeah, it's just difficult.
Yeah.
But some guys, if you've been fighting for a long time, it's hard to change it.
But still, you know, we go back to like Edson Barboza, stopped 2 guys with low kicks to the thighs. Back in the day before everybody started kicking the calf.
Edson Barboza would throw that kick like somebody was holding a baseball bat. Just fast.
So fast. Fastest switch kick I've ever seen.
Yes.
Zellhuber switching up his stances as usual.
Yeah, very good fighting southpaw or orthodox. And he does it off the combinations very smoothly.
I love how committed he is to the jabs. Zellhuber doesn't really do anything until he gets your range with the jab.
You can see how much respect Zellhuber has for the power from Ribovics. Ate a body shot there.
Oh, good kick to the body by Zellhuber. Zellhuber's being very smart defensively.
You got to think he and Eric Yixick talked a lot about how to approach these first 5.
You look at a guy like Zellhuber, who's throwing his punches the right way. He's not throwing wrong. I wonder what a guy like Roy Jones thinks of his boxing, right? Like, look at his boxing. It looks really good. He's tight. He's crisp. He's throwing everything down the middle. He's not wasted. His hands are in the right place. This is what mixed martial arts today looks like. It's not a whole bunch of people just looping strikes, you know, like before.
1 minute to go in round 1. Coach Dean Thomas, what do you have?
You know, one thing that I like that Zellhuber is doing is he's creating a frame with his jab hand. Every time Ribovics tries to get close to him, he pushes off on the forehead with his jab hand, just like that. And that keeps Ribovics away from him and not allows him to get off them strong combinations that he's looking to get. So props to Zellhuber and the Eric Yixick corner for being able to come up with that game plan.
Yeah.
And having that very active lead hand. That lead hand's kind of moving, then he pops him with the jab. It doesn't come from the same place every time. When he's conventional, it's the left jab. The moment he switches, that right jab comes off of him moving his hands.
Good kick to the body there by Ribovics.
Yeah, pretty good sequence there.
Oh, oh, good combination.
Yeah, punctuated by the Zellhuber body shot. Now Ribovics lands upstairs. Entertaining through 5. This corner cam is powered by Prime Hydration, the official sports drink of UFC with only 25 calories, 0 added sugar, BCAAs and electrolytes, now available at Walmart.
Take it. Calm down, calm down. Excellent, but you're reacting too much a little bit with your hands when actually when he's coming at you. I want more than one action. Okay.
Just stay focused on my man. Stay focused on. No rush, no stress, okay? No stress. It's your time, my man.
Hey,
just focus on that.
cuando ponemos presión.
Let's see Zellhuber with a nice right hand to the body here. And Ribovics fires back with a right and a left of his own. And here's a nice exchange at the end here.
Well, Season 8 of Dana White's Contender Series is in full swing with 3 contracts handed out last Tuesday, including a show-stopping knockout you got to go back and watch. The series that has launched so many UFC careers has 5 episodes left this season. It continues live and exclusively on ESPN Plus this Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, round 2 of a possible 3. That is Daniel Zellhuber, the Mexican in red, the Argentine Ribovics in green. Oh. Everything heavy early round 2.
Zellhuber is coming on strong.
Yes,
nice knee up the middle.
Fingers.
Oh. Ribovics just having a hard time with that reach.
Ooh. Straight right from Zellhuber got through.
Fingers, Daniel.
Wing stop, wing stop. Bring the flavor. Nice jab from Ribovics. Now a right hand connects for him as well. Fellas getting after it early round 2 as we show you some of the strike discrepancy.
Zellhuber's having good success with those. Oh, Ribovics connected.
Zellhuber told us in the fighter meeting as Ribovics lands that he likes to train 4 or 5 times a day. He is married to the game, and you referenced his boxing earlier, Daniel. Loves to go home and shadow box for an hour at the end of a grueling training day.
He shadow boxes for an hour at the end of the day.
He's nuts.
That's a
in the best of
crazy long
ways.
time to shadow
You
box.
good?
see the result of it, though. Look how his movement, his combinations are. He's also doing a good job of keeping his chin tucked in these exchanges, and sometimes Ribovics opens up, and when he opens up, his chin goes up in the air.
The numbers are remarkably close as we come up on the midpoint of round 2.
Good front kick up the middle.
Ribovics' pace starting to wane a little bit here. Nice jab from Zellhuber.
Another good low kick by Ribovics is still attacking the thigh. Well, what a pace.
Yeah.
Oh, both men connected.
Ribovics has got to be very careful not to be in range for that left hook that's following Zellhuber's combination. He has missed right there again. He's got to watch that left hook, man.
Zellhuber might have hurt Ribovics. It was one exchange where he started touching his face. Oh, beautiful right hand by Ribovics.
Nice combination by Esteban.
And a beautiful jab by Zellhuber.
Oh, man.
Nice combination again.
What a striking clash right now. My gosh.
They both look so good.
Well, and Zellhuber, we mentioned, said he had the luxury to decide where this fight takes place. He wants to kickbox. Good combination by Ribovics.
Those kicks by Ribovics are nice.
Ooh. Right hand by Zellhuber.
Fingers.
I like that front kick up the middle by Zellhuber.
It's a long-range weapon, and at range, Ribovics struggles with it.
Close your hands. Close your hand.
It's when he can get there is where he's finding success. Here, he can't even touch Zellhuber. That was a low one.
This is such a high skill level fight.
Truly. Nice elbow from Ribovics. Yeah, no range finders really. Guys trying to end this thing with a lot of their offerings.
That knee up the middle is money for Zellhuber. Whenever he throws it in these tight exchanges.
Numbers suggest a dead heat through 2. Round 3 coming up.
Very close fight.
I know, I hear him. Hey, listen, this fight is fucking close, homie. This fight is fucking close. But listen, I don't give a shit anyway. You're having fun, right? You having fun? Yeah? Then let's get after this motherfucker a little bit more. You're taking too many pictures inside the pocket and he's getting inside for free. You understand what I'm telling you? If you keep this guy at the end of your length, you win the fucking fight. Teeps, jabs, and then slide, and then re-add your shit. If you need to score one,
a striker's delight, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Beautiful exchanges. Ribovics with a beautiful right hand. Another beautiful straight left by Ribovics. This is on the outside of the sphere. They're getting to watch this.
Oh, my goodness.
The exosphere,
We good?
as they call it, chant.
Last fight. Right here. Over here, no.
Well, immerse yourself in the world of combat sports with UFC Fight Pass. Watch the entire 30-year history of UFC events and original shows, plus live fights every weekend, and so much more available within the UFC app.
I gotta be honest, I wasn't that mad that these two hugged.
Yeah.
For the first time in your career.
Yeah, I guess it's the way that the fight is, right?
Oh, they're getting after this third round.
Nice job by Sean Shelby putting this fight together. 4+ minutes to decide it. Ribovics in green, Zellhuber in red.
This is such a perfectly matched fight.
It's insane.
Oh,
nice
beautiful elbow by Zellhuber.
Eric Nitzik said Zellhuber is not making him pay when he enters. He said he's going in and entering for free. Make him pay when he tries to close the distance.
Good right hand by Zellhuber. That was a big one. Oh, right hand by Ribovics.
Nice head movement by Ribovics.
Close your hand, close your hand, close your hand.
Oh,
It was those elbows. Those elbows and close by Zellhuber is not something Ribovics has been expecting. That was nasty.
fantastic job by Zellhuber getting back to his feet. Nice knee to the body.
The timing on that elbow.
Stop. Yeah, you did this. I told you not to do this. Right here, you good? Hey, do not do that again. Time. You need time? You're good. You good? Hey, I'm not kidding. I've been telling you the whole time. Do not do this. Close your glove. Ready?
Ooh.
Oh, clearly caught a thumb to the eye.
And Jason Herzog's a nice guy. That is a stern warning out of him.
And that gave Ribovics a little bit of time to recover.
Yep.
And he needed it.
Zellhuber certainly answering the imperative of Eric
Fingers,
Nicksick, starting
Daniel,
round
fingers.
3 strong.
Oh, good right hand by Zellhuber. Zellhuber seems the fresher fighter in this third round, particularly because of the damage he's done to Ribovics.
And Jason Herzog certainly doesn't want to get involved to the tune of taking a point away in a fight like this. Oh! Huge right for Ribovics! Zellhuber nearly out on his feet!
Ribovics coming off strong!
Oh my goodness!
Zellhuber's in big trouble!
Oh, Ribovics trying to close the show! Zellhuber trying to survive!
Oh my goodness!
Ribovics pouring it on!
Oh, another big right
What is
hand!
it still up? How's it still up?
Zellhuber trying to stay in the fight. Herzog with a watchful eye.
Goodness.
Oh, that could very well do it.
How is he still standing?
Oh, he's so hurt.
Ribovics could be one strike away.
Ribovics needs to take his time though. Stop just throwing everything and find the right shot.
I'm not sure Zellhuber knows exactly where he is.
Movement. While he's stunned.
Well, Ribovics is doing too much. He's got to find the right shot. He threw 100 punches and he just wasted all that energy. Take his time.
Oh, body work from Ribovics now. Zellhuber returns fire, but he remains on wobbly legs.
Nasty shot to the body.
Oh my goodness. This fight is crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Oh! Oh, right from Zellhuber.
Zellhuber comes back.
Oh my goodness. What a fight.
Under 2 minutes to go. Script the bonus checks now.
So,
nasty shot to the body by Ribovics. Ribovics is settling down now.
I don't even know how Zellhuber's
Throwing more
still
technical
up.
now. Unbelievable. What a war.
And Zellhuber now lands a knee and a right to the...
Unbelievable.
Ribovics right back to work.
Oh my
What a
goodness.
fight.
What a fight.
What resolve from Zellhuber to fight his way back. Just over a minute to decide it.
Oh my goodness.
And Ribovics could very well be looking at a 10-8 nearly finish Zellhuber.
But you got to remember, Zellhuber dropped him earlier in the round.
With an elbow.
Oh!
Shot from Zellhuber.
This is the craziest fight.
This fight is so insane.
Ribovics back to work to the body. The Kill Cliff FC fighter really putting it on in this third fight round.
Another right hand.
Oh, he stunned him with that one.
I mean, it's just that power. Ribovics' power.
Yep. Nice slide by Ribovics. Nice jab by Zellhuber.
I mean, Zellhuber was fighting the perfect fight to start this round. Oh my goodness.
Oh! Late land from Ribovics. The spear is alive.
What a fight.
What a
What a
fight
fight.
between the budding lightweight contenders, Esteban Ribovics and Daniel Zellhuber, whose lives are now linked forever.
My goodness, what a fight. Wow. That was incredible. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, what a fight.
That was one of the best fights I've ever seen.
And you got to think a fight that will hold up in the fight of the year conversation. Jason Herzog allowed it to continue, and Zellhuber hears the final horn.
Right here early in the round, Zellhuber lands this beautiful elbow that drops Ribovics. You thought it was over. And then, yeah, unleash the madness. Ribovics hurts him. He throws 1,000 punches to try to finish him. Zellhuber just somehow manages to stay on his feet. Not only does he survive, but as the fight ends, he's still trying to win or trying to knock out Esteban Ribovics. But Ribovics ain't stopping. He's still throwing. He's still landing. This is what mixed martial arts is all about. These two guys left it all in the octagon. Here's the end of the fight, guys. It's just two savages standing up, trying to knock each other out, not wanting to leave anything in the octagon. This was absolutely tremendous. Unreal.
Well, somewhere Max Holloway is appreciating the volume. Here are the numbers. Esteban Ribovics, significant head strikes, 133. All told, his 188 significant strikes landed unofficially, tied for third most in UFC lightweight history. All right, the official decision is brought to you by Hart Tools, with over 800 quality tools to maintain your home, yard, and car, available at Walmart with the scorecards. Here's Buff.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Eric Cohen scores the contest, 29-28, Ribovics. Saul Diamato has it, 29-28, Zellhuber. And Chris Lee scores the contest, 29-28, for the winner by split decision, Esteban